Cormac McCarthy is writing the Blood Meridian screenplay. Rejoice, everyone. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of this decision. So this is what John Hillcoat had to say about McCarthy writing this Blood Meridian screenplay. Quote, Cormac McCarthy has become a dear, dear close friend, and over the years we've discussed how he had lost control of Blood Meridian, and it was a mutual task to get it back because he knew how to crack it. A lot of people have tried without his input, and Hillcoat also said at Project the scale of Blood Meridian needed time to gestate in its transition from novel to screenplay. It has really been having the space to discuss it over a decade or more, Hillcoat continued. Actually, I think it's 15 years we've been discussing it. That allowed it to come forth, and I wouldn't let it go. He understands they are two different mediums, Hillcoat added, but the best you can do is capture the spirit of each. Hillcoat also mentioned that McCarthy's adaptation of Blood Meridian to screenplay is already underway. Quote, he started an adaptation himself. We talked about how to crack it, really, because it is a very ambitious book to crack, as you can imagine. And McCarthy started writing screenplays after he left his second wife, Anne Delisle, and moved to El Paso. The first one we know that he wrote was The Gardener's Son, and I think that this may be his worst work, period. This was adapted to a television series in 1977. If you guys want to have some laughs, go watch that. Next, during the revision stages of Suttree, where things slowed down, he wrote the Cities of the Plain screenplay, which featured these two characters, John Grady Cole and Billy Parham. Eventually, that got put on the shelf, and then he conceived the idea, I should make two novels and then bring these two together. But for anyone out there who's read Cities of the Plain, you may have noticed that the first 75% or so isn't as strong as the ending. Well, that 75% was the screenplay. And so this was better than The Gardener's Son, but still pretty rough. And speaking of Blood Meridian, if you guys want some dope Cormac McCarthy streetwear, I have a collection of almost 10 shirts. And if you guys want to support the channel, this is one way you can do it. And after Cormac published Blood Meridian, he wrote Whales and Men. And this has to be one of the more bizarre screenplays of all time. It remains unpublished and will remain on the shelf forever because it has zero potential of becoming a show. I mean, I'm sure with revision, but it's a pretty wacky screenplay. And this is peak McCarthy. I mean, if we look at The Gardener's Son, Whales and Men, and Cities of the Plain, this is McCarthy at his peak in Blood Meridian and Suttree form before he started writing easier mass market novels. So next we have, also during this time period, the No Country for Old Men screenplay. And I've read the original screenplay. Someone stole it from the archive, made a secret copy, so thank you. Someone needs to do that for a lot of stuff. And this may be a hot take, but I feel like the screenplay and movie are not as strong as the novel at all. I've recently rewatched the film a couple times just with friends, and it's really missing a lot of the core elements that McCarthy added to the novel. The dream sequences, a lot of the ruminations of Sheriff Bell really add depth to the novel, because without that, it's just a typical Western. There's a bad guy chasing a guy with money, and there's some beautiful prose. It's hard to make that into a literary masterpiece, but McCarthy gets pretty close to that by adding some of those sequences. But I would say that his No Country for Old Men screenplay is the best screenplay that he's ever written. But once again, the Coen brothers actually adapted the script and the novel. If you actually look, the original screenplay McCarthy wrote is different than the script of the movie. And so after that, we have McCarthy's 2013 screenplay, The Counselor. And I have mixed feelings about this, but this was not a masterpiece screenplay or movie. I mean, Ridley Scott and some of the acting didn't do it total justice. But as someone who's read hundreds of screenplays, this one isn't even going to crack the top 100 easily. And I may just be being generous because I'm a huge Cormac fan. I like the film. I think it's a good film, good screenplay, but I'm ranking it against the best here. Just like how I rank Cormac's books against the best, and he comes out on top a lot of the time. We also have The Sunset Limited, which was originally a play, but McCarthy changed a little bit for the motion picture. And this is, I guess I should say, better than the No Country for Old Men screenplay. Obviously, The Sunset Limited is phenomenal. It's more of like an indie film. It's not like a mass marketed film. It's basically all dialogue, but McCarthy kills it. He also wrote the play The Stonemason, which I generally enjoy. And so here we are now with kind of the synopsis of his 50 years as a screenwriter and the information we just received from Hillcoat. So Cormac McCarthy is 90 years old. he's about to turn 90 next month, fellow Cancer. And the only real thing that he's worked on pretty hard over the last 15 years is Stella Maris. From what I've recognized, read, The Passenger was done in 2012, and he put that on hold so he could do the duo novel. And so I guess the years after No Country for Old Men and The Road, he was working on that, but he was probably very busy with being a part of those two films and all the fame. I've heard that Cormac was, after his divorcing his third wife, that he was picking up chicks at bars in Santa Fe, so seemingly not going too ham. So, and then we have The Counselor, and we have The Counselor and Stella Maris, which are beautiful in their own way, but definitely not his strongest works. And even though I love Stella Maris, I'm not going to act like it's anywhere as good as The Passenger. And so for the past 15 years, McCarthy and Hillcoat have been corresponding about Blood Meridian, which is the coolest thing ever. Like, John Hillcoat, love him or hate him, has maybe talked to McCarthy more about his novels and what he thinks about his characters and the plot of his novels more than anybody else, because The Road and now Blood Meridian, which is wild. And I wish, maybe when McCarthy dies, he'll talk more about that relationship. I'm absolutely enamored about what he has to say, because McCarthy usually stonewalls people. And so Hillcoat is co-writing the screenplay with McCarthy. But Hillcoat, this may surprise you, has never, and someone correct me down there in the comments, has never been a part of a screenplay before. The Proposition, Lawless, The Road, To Have and To Hold were all written by other people. And so we are going to be relying on McCarthy to pull this together. And my intuition is telling me, and reinforcing what I've been saying this entire time, that this is going to be a good, maybe stretching into great movie. Not a masterpiece, not the apocalypse now that it could be, but it's going to be solid. Because I don't think McCarthy is going to get caught in what I and others have recommended about making it a little bit more color graded, red color graded with minimal psychedelic elements. It's more going to be the high noon, bright Proposition film style. Think of, the desert scenes in Breaking Bad if you haven't seen the Proposition. And then obviously a lot of the scenes also take place at night. McCarthy probably won't focus too hard on a lot of the judges ranting. I think he's going to include most of it, like the most important parts. But judging from a lot of his screenplays, even though there's exceptions like The Sunset Limited and whatnot, I think he'll favor action more than the philosophical elements, because those are somewhat revealing of him, especially if he includes them. But I also question if he is ready as a screenplay writer to adapt to all the new technology and ideas that we have in 2023 to make this better, because John Hillcoat really isn't. The Proposition is a great movie, but it was 2005 and really had no crazy fight scenes, nothing even comparable to the Comanche attack. And I've seen nothing from him since that has shown that he is an innovator in terms of directing and like pushing the limits. So I'm hoping that they have a great team around them of special effects people and assistant directors and whatnot that can really, hopefully, elevate a lot of those scenes. But I'm suspicious because, once again, in the past, Hillcoat has elected not to do that. Cormac's son is listed as a co-producer on this, or even I think executive producer, and seemingly he wants him there to act with some authority on his behalf because he's 90 years old. I also assume that a lot of this will be taking place near his house in Santa Fe. I know, for instance, Sicario, directed by the guy that did Dune, written by Taylor Sheridan, even though it takes place mostly in Mexico and Arizona, it was almost all filmed in in Albuquerque. And so Cormac will be able to be close, but I don't think that if this is an exhaustive 3-hour movie film production that he'll really be energized, judging from his last Lawrence Krauss interview, to really be a presence on the set. So he's sending his son to this, but I think his son is 21 or 22 years old and has zero artistic directing or other accolades to his name, which is fine. I mean, he's under the tutelage of Cormac, so that is awesome and we should trust him at some level. But with all of this, I'm seeing untapped potential. However, Hillcoat is using buzzwords. He said he knew how to crack it. We've been giving the space to let this gestate. We know that this is different than the novel. So he seemingly read the script and he's confident that this is going to adapt well. One thing to note though, Hillcoat also mentioned that McCarthy's adaptation of Blood Meridian to screenplay is underway. So McCarthy is working on this right now. Once again, my Stella Maris fans out there, those who've watched the Lawrence Krauss interview, we are not getting high-powered McCarthy right now, but he has the source material. He has the novel. He has notes and drafts and ideas, and he's probably been thinking about this ad infinitum forever. So we should be weary, though, and not totally sold that this will be absolutely amazing because McCarthy is the one writing. So what do you guys think? I obviously feel better. I'm sure you do too. But will we get, what percentage of McCarthy, of his talent and skill, do you think we're going to get with this screenplay? Because once again, I don't think that he's ever come close to what his novels have done in terms of ability with his screenplays. I would say he's maybe gotten 25-30% of the way there with his screenplays. If you look at even some, a novel a lot of people don't like of his, The Orchard Keeper, that is better than all of his screenplays, easily. So let me know all your thoughts. I'll continue to update you guys on whatever new is coming out about this. It's looking like if the screenplay is underway, that this is probably a 2025, 2026 release. So, oh my God, you're going to be hearing from me for years with speculation. And boom, let's go.